What's up, y'all? This is the MAK, man. I want some of you guys to tune in. I just woke up, so if you're wondering why I look tired again, we just woke up. We both just got up, me and Mr. Henderson, and this is actually his last day. So say adios.
Goodbye.
Mr. Henderson.
Sayonara. See you later.
This is his last day, and I wanted to come on because a couple people have been inboxing me about why haven't I been doing Money Mondays. I see that there's 4 people on, but I really don't know who you guys are. Hey, Miss Sharon, and this is Money Monday, and if you guys have any questions, I'm not a professional, but I've been in debt before where, you know, my credit was pretty bad in the 500s. Nadia, Cedric, what's up? Where my credit was pretty bad in the 500s, and through hard work and just dedication to getting it established, and I got it fixed. And on Money Mondays, I want to talk about how to, you know, fix your credit and any other financial things that you guys want to talk about.
That's right. Pay your bills. That's how you fix your credit. Pay your bills.
Yeah,
on time. Be like some of the white people. They pay their bills. Pay yours.
So we're going to talk about handling credit, all right? For a couple minutes, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to handle credit. I went from a 528 to the mid 7s now. So my thing is how I handle my credit. Yeah, there is life after horrible credit, Nadia. There really is. My credit was horrible, man. My credit was, and I'm talking just 4 years ago, it was horrible. So I thought, like some people, that, you know what I mean, it's too late, you know what I'm saying? But what had happened is I was married at the time, and my wife at the time had the best credit that I have ever seen for somebody that, to me, it was almost like she couldn't afford her credit. You know what I mean? She made decent money, but she had like the top credit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just 4 years ago, my credit was horrible, man. I had like a 528, and I'm gonna tell you how I did it. You know, not only through faith in God. Everybody wants to say faith in God and all that kind of stuff, but I did. I called a company called creditrepair.com. I did, and I'm not trying to do a commercial for them, but I called a company called creditrepair.com, and I ended up, and the only reason why I did it is because I don't have a lot of time when I'm out here on the road to make phone calls. And because I was told that, you know, you can fix it yourself. You can call and you can have things knocked off and fixed yourself. But I'm the kind of guy that out here on the road, we don't have a lot of time, man, to be making phone calls. And when we're on the phone calls trying to make business calls, a lot of the times we get our phone calls dropped. You know what I mean? We're always dropping calls. So what I did was I called a credit repair service called creditrepair.com, and I paid them $99 a month. Okay, I paid them $99 a month, and 4 years ago, they started working on my credit. Now I haven't done anything. I may have talked to them 2 or 3 times in the 4 years, and I still have them on my credit. And what's up, Toy? I still have them on I still pay them every month because they send me stuff monitoring my credit every Monday. Every Monday they'll send me something. What's up, Sydney? They'll send me something every Monday telling me whether anybody's looked at my credit report, whether I have anything new on my credit that's been added, whether I have anything on my credit that's been taken off. Okay? So they monitor my credit without me even doing anything. So I'm really trying to educate you guys on establishing your credit, fixing your credit, okay? And I don't care how long this is going to take, because I think that's important. I think a lot of people feel like money is power, and money is power. You know what I mean? Money will get you things. By all means, money can buy you just about anything and everything. But I tell you what, if you have good credit and bomb credit, it will get you things at a lower price. Understand what I'm saying? Because if you have good credit, you can get the same thing that somebody else has, but with a lower interest rate, which means that your monthly payments will be a lot cheaper. Period. And why wouldn't you want to save hundreds of dollars that way, by getting a lower interest rate? That's what good credit does. Good credit gets you at a lower interest rate than what somebody else would have. So my thing is, I called creditrepair.com and I had them just go ahead and do whatever they did, man. And they just made all the necessary calls to get all that stuff off my credit report. I had some things on my credit report that should have been knocked off long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So I called them. They took care of pretty much everything. I didn't do nothing. All right? Now, I'm putting y'all on my business. You know what I'm saying? But I think if I can put you guys in my business in order to help you, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. I went from 528 credit score to 700, and I think I got a 728 or 740 something now. So my thing is, it also helped me in car purchasing power. You know what I'm saying? When you go purchase a car, you know what I mean? Some dealerships you go to, you know, you may have to have money down, or you might have to have it to the point where they ask you for a certain amount of money down. You know what I'm saying? They're only asking you for a certain amount of money down, either because you can't afford that payment, so they ask you for more money so you can bring the amount of the car down so that you can afford the payment, or your credit's not good enough. So the banks don't want to take the chance with you, and they would rather have you, you know, prove to yourself and give them a couple thousands of dollars. But if your credit is good enough, all you got to do is to be able to afford the amount of car that you're asking for. Sign and go. That's what that's called. Sign and go. Sign that paper, get the hell out of there. And I tell y'all what, and I'm not crying, I'm not bullshitting y'all, I damn near cried when I did that. All I had to do was sign the paper to the amount of the car that I can owe, the amount that I can afford to pay every month. Boom, signed that paper. They didn't ask me for no money down. They didn't ask me for no pay stubs or nothing, because my credit was good. All right. Happy New Year, Chris. What's up, James? So my thing is, Donnie, how's it going, Miss Sharon? So my thing is, I need you guys, especially people that are following me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do the Money Mondays for y'all. Now I'm not a professional. Only thing I can do is educate you guys on the thing that I've personally done. All right, things that I've done myself, so I know that it works. All right, and when you have credit cards, all right, and some people don't know this, but when you have credit cards, the way you manage your credit cards is, don't put more than 30% of your limit on that card. Don't do that. Don't max your card out. Don't even put 50% of that balance, that limit on your card. For instance, if you have a credit card with $500 limit on it, only put like $175 on there. To me, that means you have a $175 credit card limit. That's what that means. If you have a $500 credit card limit, only charge $175, and either try to pay it off at the end of the month, or just pay it, twice. Pay half one month, other half the other month. Now, if you so have to do half of your credit card limit, or damn near max that credit card at 500. Before that bill comes in, get that balance down to about 30%. All right, I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to show y'all how I improved my credit over the years. All right, and then what happens is just do that with one credit card, and then other credit card companies will just start flocking at you. You know what I mean? And then your credit cards balances will go up. You know, because that's what you want. You want your credit card balances to increase. All right, but you got to be careful with the high interest rate credit cards. All right, those high interest rate credit cards, such as those department store cards. You got to be careful. A lot of those companies want you in debt. All credit card companies want you in debt. All right, once you've had a credit card, like a major credit card, MasterCard, Visa, you can go in and negotiate for a lower interest rate after being with that company for 6 months, maybe a year. You can go in, you have that negotiating power to go in and renegotiate your credit card limit. I mean your credit card interest rate. All right, so they start you off at a 16% interest rate, after 6 months to a year, go back to them, call them and say, hey, I've been doing good with you guys' credit card. What can I do as far as getting it at a lower interest rate? And a lot of the times you'd be surprised that those credit card companies will lower your interest rate. All right, now a good interest rate is in the single digits. All right. So if you have a credit card that's in the single digits, then that's kudos, that's good. But don't think that you still can't get that interest rate lowered, y'all. All right, that's the most important thing, is getting your interest rate lowered with your credit card companies. You guys got to realize how much power you actually do have when you start to establish credit. And I've heard people say, yeah, money is power. Money is the best thing to have. Yeah, it can, but you're going to be paying a high ass interest rate for everything with all that money. So what you're actually doing is throwing all that money that you have out of the window, y'all. All right. So my thing is to try to help you guys establish credit. All right. And some type of wealth. I'm not a wealth guy. I'm really not. But I do know how to manage my money. And I manage my money pretty well now. You know, I took advantage of the money situations that I had. I dogged out my money. I dogged out my credit cards. And now, you know, I'm able to establish my credit, get better interest rates now because of my credit. All right. And that's all I'm trying to do, is help you guys. So on Mondays, I'm going to do Money Mondays to talk to you guys as to how to establish your credit. All right. And please, like I said, if y'all have a $500 credit limit, do not put more than 30% on that credit card. The only time that you can put 30% on that more than 30% on that credit card, is if you put $250 on, which is half of that $500. But before that bill comes in, that billing cycle, you pay them enough to bring it down below 30%. All right. Yeah, Alvin. Yeah. Hey, if any of you guys have any information, please, you know, speak about it. Or y'all have any questions, you know, go ahead and ask me a question while I'm here. If you guys, and don't think that the questions that you guys have isn't what's up, Loj? Don't think that the questions you guys have is dumb and stupid questions, because the only questions that are stupid are the ones that aren't asked. All right. So my thing is just to try to help you guys. I'm not a professional, like I said, but I put time and effort into establishing my credit, such as I know Mr. Henderson has in the past. And you know what I mean? I'm just here to educate y'all on what I've done, you know what I mean, to get my credit score up, you know what I mean? And for me to be able to walk on a dealership lot and walk out just shining and leaving, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I almost cried when I was able to do that. You know what I mean? But it only came through establishing my credit. You gotta establish credit. It's good to have money, but credit is also power. Money is power, but also credit is also power as well. If you guys can put money on your credit, but pay it off at the end of the month, or when that payment bill comes in, then by all means, do that. But be careful, because most credit cards want you to have some type of limit on there. All right. Oh yeah. Thank you, Raven. I never pay my minimum. I never pay the minimum ask.
Never.
All right. Always pay more and above and beyond. I paid sometimes 3 times what they're asking for. If credit cards are asking me for $25, you can best believe I'm probably sending in $100. All right, $200. You know what I'm saying? Never pay the minimum balance. Your credit card will never go down. All right, your credit cards will never go down. What's up, Tommy, Carlos, Richard, Tanya? What's up, Rashad? Good morning, man. I'm just trying to help people establish credit, man. And like I said, I've come a long way. Never pay just your minimum payments. Never. All right. Some people can't even afford to pay their limits, but if you guys have credit cards, please, by all means, just work them, man. I'm telling you, you don't have to have a lot of money either. A lot of people think that you have to have a lot of money to establish credit, and you don't. I know a lot of people that don't make a lot of money at all. Some people might make $10, $15, up $10 to $15 an hour. But I tell you what, they got bomb ass credit. And you know how? Because they pay their bills. That's the most important thing, is pay your bills, y'all. Even do that with your car payments. Never pay the minimum payment on your car payment. Never pay the minimum payment on your car payment. I pay every month. I try to pay at least $200 to $300 more on my car payment. You know what I'm saying? I try to send that in, $200 to $300 more on my car payment. And this is also something that I do, is when I send in my car payment, I'll send in my regular car payment. But if I'm going to send in an extra $200 to $300 on my car payment, I tell them to put that towards my principal, not my interest. Okay? Y'all got to be careful with that. Always make sure, if you're going to pay extra, make sure that they put it towards your principal and not your interest. All right? Or else it'll seem like your bill is never going down. All right, because of course banks want their money first, so everything is going to go towards the interest. But you don't want that. You have control over that, especially if you're making a car payment or a mortgage payment. You call them and say, hey, I'm sending this extra payment in, but I want this extra payment to go towards my principal, not my interest. All right, so if you guys have any questions right now, by all means, please ask questions. Or if you guys know something that I haven't covered, by all means, put it down here so that I can bring it to everybody's attention. All right, because I want any and everybody that's following me, I want y'all out of debt. All right, I don't give a damn if y'all inbox me or whatever. I want y'all out of debt. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in debt for a long time, and I didn't care because I felt like, okay, well, I got the money, so I don't give a damn about being in debt. I don't care because I'll just go pay cash. Y'all, that doesn't work. Especially if you want to buy a car, especially if you want to buy a home, especially if you want to go into business. That is not the right way to think, paying cash all the time. That is not the right way to think. Everybody think cash is power. Cash ain't power. It's part of the power. But when you got cash and credit, you king. You king, man. Mm-hmm. You king. Dang. I can't say that.
No, don't say it.
Don't say that.
Be nice. Be nice.
You want to be the king and the queen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got cash and credit, those two C's, cash and credit, power. Now that's power. So my thing is just to educate you guys. Like I said, I went to a company called creditrepair.com. and I paid them $99 a month to go ahead and knock off everything that I need to knock off. I didn't have to make any phone calls. Now that might not work for y'all because some of y'all have time to sit around and make phone calls, but I personally didn't have time to do it, y'all. So they handled everything for me, and I ain't have to do not a thing. All right. So, Raven, you can also do that with credit cards too, right? Okay, that's what's up, Raven. Yeah, my thing is, you guys want to get to the point, especially with your car payments and your mortgage payments. And I've learned that whenever I make my car payment, like I said, I'll make my car payment. But if I decide that I want to make an extra $200-300 payment, I'll go into the bank or whatever and say, hey, or I'll call them and say, hey, this extra $200-300 that I'm making, put it towards my principal. I want it to go towards my principal. The principal is your actual car payment. All right, I don't want it to go towards the interest. And a lot of the time, they're going to take that extra money that you send in, and they're going to put that towards the interest because the banks want their money first. All right, the banks want their money first. So you guys call them, or you guys personally talk to them and say, look, I want this extra money that I'm sending in to go towards my principal. All right, I'm telling y'all, even do it with y'all's mortgages. Do it with your mortgages too. Don't let these people spend their money the way they want to spend your money. You tell them how you want them to spend your money. All right?
It's your money.
It's your money. Your money. How long did it take creditrepair.com to get you back on track? This is 2017. I got divorced in 2014. Yep. I got divorced in 2014, and that's when I started working on my credit, Loj. And I went from 528 credit score to I'm in the upper sevens now, mid to upper sevens right now. So it took me a couple years, but I tell you what, that's another thing that I want to tell y'all. That's another thing I want to tell y'all. When y'all got these credit cards, man, don't max these joints out. All right, it took me a couple years to realize don't put them up to the limit. Only 30%. All right, only 30%. Yeah, it took me about 3 years, Loj. It took me about 2 to 3 years to establish my credit. Also, the big mistake that I made when I first started out, Loj, is once I got one credit card, I'm not going to say it was a mistake because I ended up where I am, but once I got one credit card, I was trying to apply for other credit cards. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, because what happens is every time you apply for a new credit card or any type of new credit to where somebody has to pull your credit report, it brings your credit score down a couple points. Every time you apply for something. If you go to a car dealership and you got 700 credit score, and you go to a car dealership and they try to pull your credit from like about 4 or 5 different places to try to get you the loan for that car, every time they do that hard pull on your credit, it's called a hard pull. All right, it brings your credit score down. All right, anytime you go apply for a new credit card, they do a hard pull, hard hit, hard head, whatever you want to call it. It's hard and it brings your credit score down. All right, so you got to be careful of that. That's what happened when I first started out with my credit. I got approved for a credit card. All right, now what happened is you got to be careful, man. because after that, I got kind of happy and was like, hey, I'm going to go apply for Saks. I'm going to go apply for Neiman Marcus. I'm going to go apply for Nordstrom's. I went and I applied for my credit union card. And then, bam, every time, boom, 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 boom. Credit score started going down. All right? So go apply for a credit card. Wait about 3 to 6 months. And then go apply for another one. Go apply for another one. All right. Then after 3 to 6 months after that, go apply for another one. All right. Don't be so much in a rush, y'all, to where y'all put yourself in a hole, man. Don't do that, man. Just take your time. Take your time, and you'll establish your credit in time. Don't be in a rush, man. Like I said, I just started trying to establish my credit in 2014. All right, I had a 528 credit score. It is now 2017. I have a 700 and something credit score. So I'm telling y'all, just take your time, man. Do not rush establishing your credit. All right, don't go out there and get crazy and start trying to apply for everything. Watch all those credit cards, man. Only apply for credit cards that y'all need. You only need about 3 to 4 or 5 credit cards, y'all. Y'all don't need about 10, 15, 20 credit cards. Why y'all want that? Because y'all gonna have to make them payments every month, and then they want you to have something on them to establish your credit. Yup. And you know what, Raven? That's what creditrepair.com does. Even if you can't do it yourself, creditrepair.com, they send the letters out to these companies. If those companies don't reply to creditrepair.com or that letter that they sent within 30 days, they have to take that off your credit score. They have to take it off your credit report. They have to take it off your credit report. So a lot of things, like take for instance, when I first started out trying to establish my credit, y'all, I had 18 things on my credit report. Yeah, it's okay to do it yourself, Raven, because it is free and it can be free. All you got to do is make the necessary phone calls and have the time to make the necessary phone calls. Me personally, because I'm out here on the road, I don't have the time to make the phone calls. So I just went on and I had the money where I can go ahead and pay a credit card service to go ahead and do those things for me. But you can do it yourself. All you got to do is get a copy of your credit report. When you get a copy of your credit report, it'll have everybody that's on there on your credit, and it'll also have a way to contact them on your credit report. All right. So my thing is, when you get a way, when you have a way to contact these people that are on your credit report, contact them, send them a letter, establish a letter, contact them, let them know, hey, I'm trying to get off, and then they have to take you off. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. You want me to drop it? Just drop it here and leave it here? All right, where's my paperwork though? In the office? All right. You can get our paperwork.
Get our paper.
Yep. We're gonna drop this trailer here and get up out of here. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to know how to establish your credit, how to get your credit worked on. I think every Monday I'm gonna do this. I was doing Money Mondays for a minute, and I kind of got away from it. But then I had people inboxing me, asking me to do it again. So I'm back again to do Money Mondays. I'm only gonna do it for a little while, and just enough to give you guys a little taste of what y'all need to do to go out and get started and start working on your credit, y'all. And then what I'll do is come back next Monday. Whether we'll have some new stuff or not, I don't know. But I mainly want you guys to focus on those credit cards, y'all, because credit is king. Alright? Cash works too. Yeah, cash works too. You have cash and credit, can't beat that. If you want anybody else out there, need any more assistance or help, or y'all want to talk about the inbox. Other than that, I'll see you next Monday. All right, God bless you guys. Get y'all life right and get your money right. All right, later.